Okay, so we're looking at fractions, and in particular, it's more of an introduction lesson, this one. So here are the key ideas. Obviously, always make sure you refer back to these if you're ever in doubt. And we're going to have a look at a few of the questions that we've got here today. So question 5 says represent the following fractions on a number line. Now, I'm actually not going to do this one in the book, which I've got set out here for us. I'm going to do this one in the key ideas. What you'll need to do when you do this question is you'll need to draw number lines that are specific to these fractions. So we're going to have a look at question D, all right? 2/4 and 11/4. Now in the key ideas, they've given us a really good number line here that helps us with this question. So we need to represent 2/4 on a number line. So that's obviously here. It's important to note that on this number line, we've got 0, half, 1, 1.5, 2, and 2.5. So 1/2 is the same as 2/4. If we go to 1 here, you break 1 into 4 quarters. So you've got 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. Okay, so when you're drawing your number line, you need to make sure you break in between your 0 and your 1 into the appropriate amount of fractions. In this case, it's fourths. Now, we've highlighted 2/4, and the other one was 11/4, which would end up being about here. Okay, so when you're drawing your number line in your book, just make sure you're spacing out your fractions evenly. Let's have a look at question 6. Represent each of these fractions in 3 different ways using a rectangle divided into equal regions. Okay, I'm going to have a look at A. So in your book, you will need to obviously draw a rectangle. Okay, so when you're working with fractions, it is always better to work with a ruler. Okay, and whenever you're drawing boxes or anything like that, it's obviously better to work with a ruler. Now, I need to do this in fourths. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a box that's 4 centimeters by 2 centimeters. So this is my rectangle. There, like that. Now I need to mark 1/4. The question asks us to mark 1/4, and we need to shade that quarter. Okay, so 1/4 of this rectangle is obviously going to be the 1 centimeter mark here, like this. I'm also going to draw in the other lines. Okay, so there I've got my rectangle. I've got 4 separate lines. I'm going to shade in 1/4 of it. Just like that. That's how I answer question 6. Alright, let's have a look at question 7. Write the next 3 fractions for each of the following fraction sequences. Alright, so this is question 7, we'll do A. And when you're doing this, the first thing that you should do in your exercise book is actually copy down the fractions that they have in front of you. So in this case, 3/5, 4/5, 5/5, and 6/5. Okay. Now, obviously, the numerator, which is on top, is going up by 1. The denominator is staying the same. So all we need to do for the next 3 is go 7/5, 8/5, and 9/5. Okay, that's how you answer question 7. So just some normal pattern sequences there. We're going to have a look at a problem-solving one, question 9. And this one's probably the most important. The reason why I've picked this is because it's really, really important to understand what a vinculum is. Now, a vinculum is this line here. It's in between your fraction. Okay, it's the line that we draw across. And probably one of the most important things you need to understand in mathematics, particularly as we get to a higher level of mathematics, is that a vinculum means divide. Okay, if you don't pick this up, you will struggle with further mathematics. So if we're looking at this one here, 3/5, if we were looking at that as an actual problem that we needed to solve, we would say 3 divided by 5. Okay, a vinculum means divide. All right, pretty straightforward topic, that one, 4A, so hopefully you don't have too many problems with it.